Welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys have been blessed and staying safe. This is going to be a tutorial of me sublimating a water bottle. I'm going to go ahead and press it, and then I'll talk about what's going on while I'm pressing it. But welcome to my first time viewers, and welcome back to my faithful followers. So this is what I've done. And I'm trying to hurry up because I preheated it with my blow dryer, and I'll tell you why in a second. Got my heat press set at 400, my mug press, and I'm gonna have to press this in two different sections because this is for a mug and not a tumbler. So this is a skinny water bottle, and I'm already concerned. I'm kind of concerned about ghosting because as I close this up on the top, I don't see any type of anything going on. So I may have to wrap this with parchment paper just to get it kind of flush. Because there's little resistance, but not towards the top. I can see a gap, and I'm very concerned about that, but I am going to flip it. So here is the, and I didn't set my timer. Oh, I did have my timer on, and it was at 72 seconds. Well, there's that. This is what happened when you rush. So this is the box that it came in. As y'all see, it was $5. It's 20 ounces. I bought two just in case I messed one up. So it comes with the rubber bottom. And it comes with this type of top. And it comes with the spout part. This is probably a little bit skinnier than your traditional 20-ounce tumbler. That's the reason why I wrapped it in the shrink wrap that they normally use for tumblers. I have not had success with baking tumblers, mugs, anything in a convection oven. It has not turned out well for me at all. I've destroyed or thrown away more cups than I've had successful. So I bought this mug press. Yes, this is a mug press for mugs. I sublimated a water bottle before, but I think that one was just a little bit wider. I'm going to go ahead and lift this up and shift this down. And I see now this paper is burning and sticking to my mug press. So I should have went ahead and wrapped this up anyway. I don't know what I was thinking, but I'm going to go ahead and wrap it now. So that's going to be a whole problem. I see. And I probably just destroyed this one because I don't even remember which side I had it on. I normally mark the paper when I put this in the press. I kind of get a pen and mark on the parchment paper where it is, so I'll know how to successfully turn it. But I feel like this is probably going to be an epic fail, and that's why I bought two of them. This came with no template whatsoever. There is no template on the internet for this thing. I just basically had to try to measure it myself. The length and the width, and lengthwise, it was too short. Widthwise, it was too long. That's the thing when you're buying these sublimation blanks from, you know, one thing I noticed, most of these wholesalers, they give you absolutely no instructions on how to do it. There is no template. So either you're going to freelance it and make your own template, or hopefully you can find one that somebody has posted on Etsy or some other website to sell. because you're kind of just like, I feel like, blind buying this stuff. You have no clue what I mean, outside of measuring it, getting the correct dimensions, you that's why it's called crafting. Crafting, I think, is experimentation as well. So I tried using the shrink wrap to get a better seal because I know this is smaller than a mug. So I did that so there would be no ghosting. But I see where I made a mistake because I did not wrap that in the parchment paper. So I'm kind of concerned about my press. So now I'm going to turn this. And I'm going to press it again. So I've got my tumbler press, mug press. This is not a tumbler press. Mug press set at 400 degrees for like 120 seconds. I've noticed when following the manufacturer's directions, a lot of times it just does not work. So you kind of got to play around with it. And then each substrate is not the same. All substrates are not created equal. So you can have a stainless steel tumbler that'll work correctly at 400 degrees for 120 seconds. And then you have some that you have to press longer. I've noticed that I've had to press mine longer. After I putting the shrink wrap on, I kind of went around it with my blow dryer a couple of times just to bring it to temperature. Because if you normally, whenever you're pressing these mugs, because of the material that they're made of, soon as you put them in your tumbler press, the temperature automatically drops. The reason being, if it's porcelain or stainless steel or something like that, that item is going to be cold. And even though your heat press is up to temperature, the minute you put this cold item in there, the temperature drops. And then it has to go back up to, 400. So let's say it drops to 350. After you put your mug in, it now has to warm back up to 400 degrees and then press for the desired amount of time. So I think that's where a lot of, play comes in. But I read somewhere, I'm going to go ahead and take this out and slide it down. I read somewhere that this guy was suggesting to go ahead and hit it with a blow dryer or whatever to kind of bring it to room temperature first. Not room temperature, but to kind of warm it up a little bit so that way the temperature doesn't drop too much while you're pressing it. So again, I probably, and this is hindsight, y'all know we always think about something after the fact. I'm just trying to figure out if it was a good idea using the shrink wrap. Because normally what I have to do with things like that, I normally have to take it out of the press, peel back some of the design to make sure that it actually sublimated, and then press it again. If not, so in this case, I'm going to have to peel back all of this. I'm just thinking, y'all. But this is part of experimentation, right? I'm probably going to have to peel back and take off all of the shrink wrap. And then peel and press again if it did not work. But I tried my best to tape it like super good so there would be no ghosting, because just like I said, my measurements are off, so my seams are not going to line up at all. Because I cut it just a little bit too short, and trying to get it to measure it exactly. Because just like I said, there's no template for this. You buy your blank and you go with it, right? So, and of course, I don't have my glove to handle this thing. And it's kind of late now, so I got a blanket so I can handle it. So I'm going to stop this right now. This thing is hot. And this parchment paper is actually sticking to, I hope y'all can see, actually sticking to the shrink wrap. So this is a whole learning process for me, because normally when I do my cups, I don't use shrink wrap. You see the mess that it's making? I was buying the shrink wrap for when I was baking these, when I was baking mugs and tumblers in my convection oven that I don't use anymore. And this thing is hot. Oh, and you see, I use this weeding tool and now there's a scratch. Ugh. I feel like this is going to be a fail. Because this shrink wrap is just not cooperating. And I don't want to pull it all the way off and shift the design too much, because my intention is, if this does not work or if it has not pressed correctly, I'll press it again. What I normally do is take a corner, lift that corner up, and then if I'm not getting my desired results, repress again. So I've got most of that off. I'm gonna peek down here. You see how I take the crap out of this thing, because I don't want the ghosting. So now I gotta be careful, because I've scratched the top of this thing, and there's no way to fix it. It's just gonna be, unfortunately, a scratch there. That's the only thing about taping it. That's, ooh-wee. But I've noticed if you don't tape those ends very well, you will have a problem with ghosting. So let me pull this up and see. And y'all, sorry for this long video, but I'm experienced. Okay, so it looks like it worked on that end. It looks like it worked on this end. Let me look at the bottom. And y'all can see right here the space in between those two, because I didn't get my measurements right. Again, I tried my best. Okay, so it looks like, all right, y'all, so I'm just gonna go ahead and call it moment of truth, and just peel it. Hopefully, well, look at here. Okay, it's hot, but it worked. So y'all see that line back there? That wasn't supposed to be. I'm trying to cover up their name. That's not supposed to be there. So I would definitely have to work on these measurements. All in all, turned out better than I thought. I just know next time, let me cut this thing off. I just know next time, if I'm going to use the shrink wrap to wrap it with parchment paper. So anyway, I'm sorry this video took so long. Oh yeah, here's a piece of tape here. I created this design, so of course it's not going to be perfect. And so then at the end, you just take the, let me turn it upside down. This is the bottom part. Because one thing about those tumblers, they are noisy and they are loud and they make me nervous on the glass surface. So you just put that on. Put the top on. I will probably not use this top. But yeah, there it is. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to get notified when I upload a new video. If you found this video helpful, give it a huge thumbs up. Again, I apologize for it being so long, but this is just me trying something new and different, and I wanted to share it with you all. So I'm going to cut it short because the video's too long already. As I always say, do what makes you happy. For me, that's crafting. Bye now.